I got my education in the period of the postmodern movement era, and the beginning of the conceptualist. That was too intellectual for me. Oh boy, you could not understand any of it. But that's the merge of literature and whatever, right? But postmodern is something I could understand. You look at the Robert Venturi building, I could get it. Contextual, historical, different type brought together, a bit of tackiness, sometimes overtly and not well done. But I remember then, in 40 years ago, eating pizza with wine, or just the kind of a blurring things that were not compatible together, and make it happen and forge something that will create an expression. So postmodern is, yeah, I am not an intellectual of this, but I think it's the category that I fit in. That you could put things together and force them to exist and take a certain context and meaning and become something, right? Almost be overly tacky, right? Taking some iconic element and bring them into a building that could not always come out well. But I think that's certainly a huge influence in my making. I am not a modernist. I don't think everything needs to be in straight lines. Sorry. I don't think everything needs to be extracted to the minimal element. I live in a house that's like this, drives me a bit crazy, right? So I am made of so many different things. And I think I'm made with so different experience that I have always embraced in my life. And I don't need to negate, but I would accept and embrace. But I cannot really define what postmodernism is because it's a complex thing. Maybe I'm more of a conceptualist. Take many things together and distill it to one idea. That's what I'm good at. Right? So I think it's near it, but I'm not a théoricien that can answer that question. I will leave that to others to do. Where do I fit within this kind of a genre of style? Not style, but substance. But I think Martha is a conceptualist. And I always like calling myself as a landscape conceptualist. Clear idea per projects. Clear naming for a place, a thing, an object, a park. Yeah, this notion of understanding communication, media, the art of transmitting a message quickly, the notion of being able to tell a story about the project, storytelling. I think it's all attached and could be attached toward landscape conceptualist, which has never existed as a movement. But land artists in the 60s were conceptualists. So maybe I fit within this. But the difference between art and landscape architecture is that we're not artists. We have to fix a certain problem to a site. We never have carte blanche to do whatever you want, right? You have to answer a program. You need to answer to a certain element of performance, right? We have drainage, we have climate, we have soil, we have user, we have social dimension, we have political aspect. Artists do, but not in the same way. We problem solver in landscape architecture much more than artist. And the big element that I've learned when we did the ring at Place de Marie in Montreal, that was a pure piece of art. But it has a whole set of issue as well. But also we had to make it happen from an idea to reality. So I guess that's public art in that sense.